For the main combo, you'll just need Regenesis Archfiend, plus Nadir's Servant. This is a deck that uses your entire hand, but I'll show you that in the replays. Activate Nadir's Servant, send Garura and search Ecclesia. Garura skillfully draws a Handtrap. Normal summon Ecclesia, search for Fleur-de-Lis. Special summon Archfiend by revealing Fleur-de-Lis. Activate to search Lord. Summon Lord by banishing Archfiend. Activate to set code from deck. End your turn. This end board has an Omni Negate and a Monster Negate, as well as great follow-up. As I said, this deck has to use the entire hand to do well, so stay with me here. During your opponent's turn, activate code to summon Sage. Sage is your Omni Negate, which you activate by tributing Lord. Then you have Fleur-de-Lis to summon and negate a monster, but only when they summon a monster from the extra deck. And during your end phase, Sage goes to grave but then adds itself to hand. And now you have good follow-up. Code summons Archfiend. Archfiend adds code. Code summons Dragon or Warrior. And summon Sage from hand. So ideally you'll just attack for game. But if you couldn't, you'll have an Omni Negate next turn, a spell or trap banish, and a monster spin, and the ability to do it all over again. As I said, this deck doesn't have real combos. So this is how it generally works using your entire hand. You can use Super Polymerization in this deck, but it has anti-synergy with Nadir's Servant. since it prevents you from summoning from the extra deck. I ended up taking it out of the deck for the final version. To counter this deck, use Ash Blossom on code, and other than that the deck doesn't have a lot of disruptions, so just make sure to banish the Regenesis monsters from grave to prevent them recycling every turn. Make sure to subscribe if this video helped, join my Discord to chat with a like-minded community, and maybe consider becoming a channel member.